Hi guys, welcome back to me. I recorded a video earlier today that I trashed. I've been doing that a lot lately. I've been trashing things that I deem unworthy and then not re-recording anything. But right now there's a couple things that are weighing really heavily on me, and I definitely want to know why these people are walking in front of my car while I'm driving. They were literally dancing in front of my car, and I had to swerve into the other lane to not hit them. Which is a fantastic segue into exactly how I feel. I feel like I am walking and standing in front of a train in front of traffic. So I've had a lot of people recently, my hair is so crazy today. I've had a lot of people recently like commenting and complimenting me on, yes, baby. We're not going to the doctors, we're going home. Okay. I've had a lot of people telling me like how I'm really great with time management and how they're really impressed with my ability to do all the things that I do and blah, blah, blah. And it's made me really realize that y'all don't really know my life. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that in I kind of sugarcoat things a lot. And I want to start by saying a couple positive things. So one, I love the fact that I have so many people in my life who are like incredibly supportive, super positive, motivating, and always pushing me. You guys can't see that I'm doing things here. Always pushing me to be better, to do better. I am so grateful for that. I'm also really glad that I can at least give the appearance that I'm naked right now. I'm not naked, you guys. I have a tank top on. Moira, what? Your door is locked, honey. There we go. That I'm able to at least carry myself and exist in a way where it looks like I'm calm, cool, confident, and collected. I feel like that's a success. But on the inside, I am a steaming hot dumpster fire. That is about 78% accurate. So I want to kind of give a breakdown of where I'm at mental health-wise right now, because right now I don't feel like I'm in that good of a place mentally, and I think if I get it out there, this isn't me getting this stuff out there for validation or for a pity party. This is just, I want to be honest about these struggles because I know I'm not the only one going through it, and I feel like I'm not being authentic if I'm just constantly putting on the facade that I am calm, cool, confident, and collected when I am not. So here's a little bit about my stress stuff. So first thing, my time management is not good. My time management is awful, and I have absolutely no idea how to make it better. I have tried things that people have suggested, and I just can't do it. Oh my God. Okay, I'm probably going to have to pause this in the middle of it a million times because my kid keeps freaking out back there. She's getting over being sick, so she's still whiny and needy. It's super annoying if I'm being totally honest. Okay, so my time management skills. I just suck at it, okay? So I'm really stressed out right now because of the overwhelming intensity of my schedule. So what does that mean? What is my schedule? Right now, this summer, my schedule is pretty free, and most of the reason I'm struggling is my own damn fault. I will admit that. But what's really worrying me, and like I know I shouldn't really worry too much about this until the time comes, but one of the things that really has me stressed out is my schedule that I'll be starting at the end of August with the fall semester starting up. So this fall, as of this exact moment, if I were to keep all of the classes that were assigned to me and given to me across the board, I would be teaching 7. I gotta get over. I would be teaching 7 classes at 4 different schools 5 days a week. I'm super irritated because I thought it was going to be 6 classes, and I contacted today one of those schools to say, hey, I'm really sorry, I'm not going to be able to teach this class. I need to cut back on my schedule, and unfortunately I can't work this one. And the woman who's in charge of scheduling emailed me back and was like, not a big deal, totally understand. Are you going to be able to teach your other section? It's like, my other section? I'm under the impression that I'm only teaching 1 class this semester. She's like, no, fam. That's not what she said. She's like, no, fam, I have you down to teach this section and that section. That's where the 7 classes comes in. So that made me panic. So I went back to her initial email where I got the class offering and looked and saw that sure enough, I was only down on that list for 1 section. And I do not recall getting any kind of communication telling me they were giving me a second class. Because that would have been a game changer from the get-go. I would have made different decisions months ago. So I had to email her back and be like, I don't know what this is all about, but I can't teach these classes. So with that being said, I'm going to be teaching 5 classes at 3 schools 5 days a week. That's a really intense schedule, you guys. If you are not an educator, you may not, or if you're not like closely related to or friends with someone who is an educator, you might not really understand why that sounds like so much work. You may be thinking, when I was in college or when I was in high school, I was in X amount of classes, X amount of days a week, and I had a job. I did these other extracurricular things, and that was no big deal. That was fine. And that's true. Hold on. Okay, we're having a million crises in my back seat right now. Anyways, I'm not even sure where I left off with that. Okay, here's kind of why this schedule is so overwhelming, why it's so different from the teaching side as it was as a student in my past, when I was taking 4 or 5 classes every semester, and I was working nearly full-time, and I had a social life. First of all, when you're younger, you don't need as much sleep, okay? When you're in your late teens and early 20s, if you're only getting 5 hours of sleep, you are rocking it. You are fine. Now, if I get 5 hours of sleep, I am dead. So that's, to start with, that's first. It's not as simple as, staying up later, going to bed earlier. I physically don't function on not enough sleep. But the schools where I work involve driving time. So twice a week, actually it will be 3 times a week. 3 times a week, I'm going to have to drive to a school that is a little over an hour away from my house. And then twice a week, I'm going to have to drive to another school that is 30 minutes from my house, and another school that's also 30 minutes from my house. So every day I will be doing a ton of commuting, and that's not to mention the in-betweens. So driving from one school to the other and that distance and that time. The commuting, I will be probably spending just as much time in the car every day as I spend in the classroom teaching. That's huge. That's ridiculous. That makes me want to die a little bit. Then on top of it, it's the lesson planning. I'm teaching all different classes, especially because they're at different schools. While some of my assignments I can just slightly adapt to use in other places, I'm essentially coming up with unique material for all of my classes. Then I have to do lesson plans for all those things. I have to grade assignments. And when essays come in, if every class that I teach has between 25 and 30 students, multiply that by 5, and every now and then I'm going to be having all those essays that come in and I'm going to have to grade. So there's a lot of out of the classroom stuff that really, really, really adds to that time. So I'm really overwhelmed by that, because that means I'm not going to be at home very much. I'm not going to see my kid very much. I'm not going to be able to eat meals at home hardly ever. Maybe I'll be able to eat dinner at home, but the other meals, I'm not going to be able to eat those meals at home. And I don't know. I honestly don't know when I'm supposed to set time aside, or how I will be able to set time aside to work on my dissertation. It's June right now, and I'm realizing this is going to be a long video. I'm sorry. It's June right now, and my phone fell. I'm having one of those days, you guys. It's June. In 10 months, 11 months maybe, I'm supposed to be defending my dissertation. I still have 2 chapters to write and do revisions on all 4. That's a lot. When am I supposed to set aside the time and make the time to do that? These are all the things that I have literally every single day going through my mind. How am I going to do this? It doesn't seem possible. It doesn't seem like there are enough hours in a day or days in a week to get anything done. Which kills me. It adds stress, and stress is an awful thing for me, and that kind of is a good segue into the second issue that I'm facing, the second thing that's really affecting my mental health right now. Money is always a thing, but I'm not going to dive into my financial situation. That's, frankly, I love you guys, but it's really none of your business. And that always works itself out. I'm not that worried about it. But my weight. So you guys probably, if you've known me for a while, you know this. But back in 2017, was it? Yes. In 2017, at the end of July, I joined Weight Watchers. I was at 200 pounds, or just shy of 200 pounds. And that was the highest I had ever been in my entire life. And my weight was definitely affecting my mental health. I hated myself. And because I was miserable, I was actively making other people's lives miserable as well. I was mean, I was petty, I was spiteful. I would purposefully get into fights with strangers on the internet. I was not in a good place. I wasn't somebody anybody wanted to be around. And I didn't want to be that way anymore. So I joined Weight Watchers. And Weight Watchers was incredible. I started losing weight really quickly. I had a lot of success with it. The program was just what I needed. I know obviously these things aren't for everybody, but it was exactly what I needed to find success. And then last year in 2018, I hit my weight loss goal of 135 pounds, and I went through the 6 weeks of maintenance in order to become a lifetime member, and I did. I became a lifetime member, which, if you're not familiar with Weight Watchers, means that so long as I maintain my weight loss goal in a range of no more than 2 pounds over, I don't have to pay. I get Weight Watchers. I can go to meetings for free. I get the app and the e-tools for free, and I don't have to pay any subscription fees. And then if I do go over that, then I have to pay every week or every month, depending on how frequently I would attend a meeting. So I started in the winter, when everybody gains weight because it's the winter, I started putting on a few pounds. And I was struggling to keep my phone up. I really need to get a thing for my phone. She's about to fall asleep. I was struggling to keep my weight down, and that was starting to stress me out. Financially, we were kind of tight in the winter, so I wasn't able to really buy the food that I knew I needed to buy to be healthy. And sometime around April, I realized that I had gained like 6 pounds, and it wasn't a good thing, obviously, and I couldn't afford to go every week. So I thought about just going every month and paying $15 a month until I got back down to where I wanted to be. But the reality of the situation was I really didn't have, I didn't know what this summer was going to be like for me financially, and I couldn't set aside that $15, $20 a month, let alone be able to afford the food that I knew I should be eating. Oh, super. It looks like we're going to be stuck in traffic. So that's cool. So I just I didn't give up on Weight Watchers, but I let my subscription, I haven't gone to a meeting since April. I haven't tracked anything since April. And I haven't been eating like a fat person. That's a rude thing to say. I haven't been eating completely unconsciously. I have made a lot of really bad food decisions. Eating things that I know I shouldn't, that I normally wouldn't be eating. Partially because I'm stressed out, and when I get stressed out, my mindset is just, I don't give a F. I'm gonna eat whatever. But as you can see from this terrible camera angle, I'm starting to put that weight back on. I weighed myself this morning, and I was at a place where it was like, oh hell no. I'm at 150. The scale this morning said 150. I'm not sure how accurate that was. There are a lot of factors that go into what your weight fluctuates on a daily basis. And I haven't been drinking my water, so I know that I have a lot of water weight right now that I need to shed. But the scale said 150 regardless. Regardless of if that's accurate or not, the scale said 150. And that's not acceptable. It is not. I don't have clothes that fit me at 150. I mean, I have some, but I have clothes, I'm wearing them, but they don't fit comfortably. And I am not accepting that. I'm not going to go buy bigger clothes because I can't be responsible or healthy right now. So I really kind of emotionally today, I've been stressed out about that. So that's where I am. And like I said at the start of this, I wanted to share this with you guys because I feel like it's really important to me to spread positive stuff and spread good, happy, uplifting, inspiring things, and talk about overcoming challenges. But when I talk about the challenges I've overcome in the past, but I really don't talk a lot about current challenges. And so I wanted to make this video to come right out and tell you guys, look, I am stressed AF. I am so stressed that I know it's having an effect. I haven't been sleeping well. I haven't been eating well. I haven't been drinking enough water. I haven't been in a very good mood, which has been why I haven't put out any content, because I haven't been in a really good mood. But I'm making today be the day, at least with my health, where I want to start finding my way back on the right path. I don't know what I'm going to do about my schedule this fall, other than just pray I can survive 16 weeks on no sleep. I'll be drinking a lot of coffee, but at love you guys, and I'm not going to be fake with you guys. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to be true and authentic with you, which means you get a ridiculously long video about how I'm super stressed right now. And I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, suggestions, advice. Time management, I've tried a planner. I can't do it. I don't know why. No matter how much I want to, I can't do a planner. And I just really, really suck at making good use of my time. So anything you guys can say, anything to push me in the right direction, I would appreciate that shit. I love you guys, and I'm going to get better about everything with your guys' help. So I love you, and we'll talk soon, okay? Bye.